the first question I have for you is, where did life come from?
That's the first question.
Yeah, or should that be the last one?
I mean, it's the hardest question, isn't it?
Everything else is a question of this question.
Okay. Well, so where did life come from? You know, when you look at the sum total, it seems like there's a picture, but it's still very ambiguous. One big problem in the origin of life is that we still don't even know what life is. And it would be great if we did, because I think that life as a phenomena is not really well explained in physics to the origin of life and to, you know, like the origin of consciousness that have a lot to do with like information or information theory, but they're not using living organisms or studying life to try to understand them. Life has so much interaction with information, with entropy. There's a deeper mystery to be solved.
You guys know the longest word in English?
No, what is it?
It's pneumono ultramicroscopic silical volcanoconiosis. Pneumono ultramicroscopic volcanoconiosis.
Oh, good for you, man. You know
It's
that?
a diamond disease.
Oh.
It's a what?
It's a disease you can get if you work in a diamond mine.
Oh, how do you spell it?
Oh.
You know what the word is, but you can't spell it? Come on, man.
Like PNE.
When you look up the anatomy of a thermal vent,
And then look up hydrothermal memes.
Buddy.
There's got to be a lot out there.
There's gonna be none.
Oh, bro, of course. Everybody jokes about hydrothermal vents.
So, hydrothermal...
Do you like percolating?
I used to have a percolator that would make my coffee every morning.
Nice.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's a great word, man.
And then I left it on and it melted.
oh my god.
Good.
So there's a trillion viruses in this room right now?
Oh, 10 to the 8 viruses to match every cell in our body.
37 trillion cells.
But
No,
Oh my
then
God.
you have
that's
to do,
per-
Now that
and we have
and
a-
there's
now that-
37.
I don't know how to do a trillion. So, 3 in the power of 20.
And where are they? On the carpet? In the ceiling? In the
Everywhere,
air?
man. Everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
And they're just waiting to get into one of my cells and infect me.
There are some chemists who believe that the citric acid cycle in particular is a common feature of any organic life. It would have to emerge independently for any such organism. Original Miller-Urey experiment, as it was reported only like 7 amino acids were synthesized. It turns out that was just a feature of their low effort in detecting all the different amino acids that were probably there. They had followed up actually using leftover bottles after Stanley Miller died. They reanalyzed them and found 17 amino acids and then chains of amino acids. Yeah.
Wow.
Self-assembly can occur if you settle on a few simple rules and just let them play out. And there's lots of different simple things that you can let play out in this way. Conway's Game of Life is one of my favorites. It's very famous. You basically start with a cell, and there's a simple rule. Like, the cell is either going to live or die. It lives or dies based on how many cells are around it. It only takes these few simple rules, and then, from this, you get these kind of almost lifelike patterns that emerge. What I think is really cool about Conway's Game of Life is it's complex enough of a system that you can use it to program a computer.
The Legos, you could stack them forever and they could become boxes and random looking things, but when do they become a city? When do they become a thing that exists in the world, that wants something, that does something?
Something that has purpose.
It sounds like you're really asking about emergence.
Do you think a virus is alive?
I think of viruses as living organisms.
So
not
that's a living-
not as viral particles, because they're not doing anything. But if you look at it like a host cell that's been infected with a virus, in what respect is that host cell not now belong to the virus? In what respect is it not a new organism? Because have you ever heard of the HeLa cells?